What's up? You want to get out? Okay. Go on then. Yeah, that's Cookie, by the way. Cookie, the house cat. She's probably grown a fair bit since the last time you saw her. Actually, that was well, it was Christmas time. What is it today? July 17th, 2023. And I'm back. I'm back with some more content. I'm back with another edition. This time a longer edition of my earlier series, 30 Days Without Alcohol. I have just shot, well actually I shot it this morning. I've been to the dentist, guys. I don't know if you can tell, but this side of my face is still completely numb. But I need to make this video now, and I need to redo it, unfortunately. I made this video prior to going to the dentist. I've come back, I've re-watched it, and I've thought, you know what, I can reduce the amount of just absolute shit that I'm talking, and I can really get to the point. And I can also have a hat on my head because, unfortunately, I got my shit fucked up. I mean, it was a free haircut, but you've got to be careful. You've got to be careful. If it seems too good to be true, it could well be. So I may be wearing hats for the most part over the next, couple of weeks until it grows back, or until I fork out the money for a haircut. But the prices of haircuts these days, I mean, can you blame me? Either way, I've done it again. I'm rambling. But the reason I'm here is obvious. Things have begun to get out of hand. My direction in life is cloudy. And I am sick and tired of waking up sick and tired. It's such a cliche, but for an alcohol addict, it is the truth. It is the reality. And you do everything you can to reduce the effects of the hangover each and every day. But it's still there, and it still affects your life. And unfortunately, I'm spending a hell of a lot of money on alcohol. I'm drinking way too much. I'm drinking every day. And it's got to the point now where I can't actually get through a day of work without having a drink, or I feel like I definitely don't want to. I'm drinking earlier and earlier in the day, and I'm drinking more and more each day. And it's come to the point where something has to give, and I can't trust myself, because I've made this video, this exact video, probably, most Monday mornings over the last 8 weeks. So it's been 8 weeks of just gearing myself up for this 30-day challenge or 90-day challenge, or just to quit, or just to have a few days off. But then, reality sets in, and you're dealing with the hangover from the day before, and you're so used to dealing with that through, drinking again. And so it comes to, at 1 o'clock, for example, and, I may have made this video, I may not have, but I certainly haven't put it on the channel. And that's because I can't trust myself. I cannot trust myself at the moment with my alcohol use. I'll say one thing the night before, I'll wake up, obviously I'm saying these things and I'm making these plans whilst drinking. Anything's possible when you're drinking. You feel like Superman, or at least I do. That's the thing about alcohol. It works. It does. It works. It gives you confidence. It gives you self-confidence. Sorry, my mouth is bloody. I feel like I'm about to bite my lip off. Let's hope that doesn't happen, because if it does, I won't feel it. So let me know. But yeah, look. Geez, I was on a really good train there, a really good train of thought, and I've lost it. I've completely lost it. Will I get it back? I said alcohol works I said it gives you self-confidence. And it doesn't matter whether that confidence is around other people or whether you're by yourself, it still works, right? So I make all of these plans, these grandiose plans. Some of them may be a bit far-fetched, but they do seem very, very realistic and very, very doable at the time. But then I wake up the next morning and I feel like shit. So none of that's going to happen. And one of the main goals that I always set for myself and I always tell myself I've got to do and I should do is to quit alcohol again. And unfortunately, being that alcohol is my medicine, being that alcohol is my source of courage and motivation and happiness. You know, it comes down to happiness. It comes down to dopamine, right? It comes down to chemical fucking reactions in your brain, what you're looking for, what your brain is telling you you need because you're so used to it. And it's the only thing that really lifts you up and gives you that happiness. If that is alcohol, you're fucked. And I'm fucked. I have to reprioritize my life. I have to remove alcohol again. And this time I want to do it for 90 days. It's going to be a challenge. There's a couple of social occasions that are coming up in the next couple of weeks that, to even think about going to without alcohol. It seems... It's not as if it's impossible. It's not as if it's that daunting. It's just that it just seems so boring. You know, life. What it comes down to, guys, is unfortunately, as an addict, normal life, so-called normal life, which, you know, if you ask someone if you ask someone who may have gone through some tragedy, for example, and maybe some personal tragedy, or maybe they've had an accident, and they're just so grateful to just be alive. They're just so grateful to walk with 2 feet, 2 legs, 2 arms. They're so grateful for these things that I am just completely and utterly taking for granted, because I'm so fucking focused on the negative. And the only thing that helps with that is drinking alcohol. So I've got myself to this point, sadly. At the moment, I'm working 2 days a week. I was working 7 days a week. I'm not going to blame that. I'm not going to use that as an excuse for why I started drinking every day again, but it was part of it. I wasn't enjoying either job, really. And to know that you don't even have 1 day off per week. The only way that I was sort of staying, somewhat excited or somewhat happy or motivated to do that was to know that I'm going to have some drinks after work every single day. Now, mitigation, hangover mitigation for me has become like an art. And this is, I'll leave you here. Look, I've done it again. I've talked for 10 minutes. But, harm mitigation has become somewhat of an art for me, because I want to have 15 standard drinks every single night. But I also want to get up the next morning and for a while there it was going to the gym. But now, if I've had too much, if I've had 15 standard drinks, there's no way I'm going to the gym the next day. There's just absolutely no way. It's just one of those things. I'm letting my physical and mental health go. And in place of those things, I'm drinking alcohol every day. It's just... it's fucked. Anyway, going back to my final point, harm mitigation. It's become like an art. I will basically try to make sure that I finish drinking at least 12 hours before I need to get up. Now, some nights it doesn't happen. If I finish drinking at, 8 hours before I have to get up, then I'm really feeling it the next day. But I have found that 12 hours is a good amount. What that means is that I'm usually finishing drinking around about 6 or 7 at night. Following that, I will begin eating. That's the other thing that's just completely fucked up, completely backwards. I don't eat until I've finished drinking. Okay? Let that sink in. I don't eat a single thing. I don't allow myself to eat a single thing until I've finished drinking. Because that first drink, I want to be strong and I want to feel it. I don't want to fuck around with 5% drinks, or even, geez, they used to have cans that were 8%. No, I want pretty much half and half bourbon and Coke, and I want to drink it on an empty stomach. So it's it's unhealthy the way that I'm living. Not only do I do that, so I eat quite a lot, which, and I allow myself probably 2 or 3 hours at least before I go to bed. So I've sobered up somewhat. I've got a full belly of food. I'll sleep for 6, 7, 8 hours normally, and then I'll get up, get myself in the shower. I won't look at myself in the mirror because I'm just over doing that. I'm just over fucking looking at myself and just feeling disgusted. I don't want that anymore. I don't need that. I shouldn't have that. My self-esteem should be a lot higher than what it is, but it's simply not. And I'll get in the shower and I'll drink 2 litres of water. So I'm normally in the shower for like 15 minutes. I probably need about 5 minutes of those 15 to do what I need to do, but the other 10 is spent sipping away at this 2 litre bottle of water, making sure that I get it all in. So I get out of the shower, 2 litres of water, and just try my best to put a smile on my face and crack on with the day. And that's my daily routine, whether I'm working on a day or not. So you'll see behind me, I've got my monitor there and a laptop and a keyboard. That's actually what I do for work at the moment. I am blessed. I'm able to work from home. I do 2 or 3 shifts a week, and that is supplying me with enough money to sort of keep things going, keep things ticking over. But if I want to, increase my financial health, I will have to get another full-time job. At the moment, that's enough for me, and it allows me to work from home, so it suits. But what we've got behind me here is actually this page. It's okay to talk. And at the moment, I don't know if that'll focus, but we have, as of right now, as of 1:15 p.m, Monday the 17th of July, we have 198 subscribers on this channel, and I want to say a massive thank you. I want to say this channel has helped me more than you could ever imagine, and I'm led to believe it's helped at least 1 or 2 of you guys out there too. The growth we've had on the channel has been completely organic. I just want you guys to know that whatever type of content is brought to the channel is meant to not only motivate me but also you guys. It's I don't want to create a completely useless piece of content. There may be days over the next 90 that the message is, I might sound like a broken record, but it'll always be honest. I can't guarantee that it'll always be positive, but it's going to be portraying where I'm at, how I'm feeling. And I can only imagine that, after I get through the first day, which is today, the first day is always the hardest. It doesn't matter what you're doing. The first day is always the hardest. If I can wake up tomorrow morning without having had a drink today, I will be so happy. I'll be so proud. And we're already halfway through, right? We're halfway through the day. I know I can do it. I'm going to do it. I needed to make this video to make sure that I was going to do it, although it hasn't worked in the past, but I'm feeling a lot more, I don't know what I'm feeling. I don't really want to make too many claims, to be honest, because it's happened before. I've felt even more confident than I do today, and I've still let myself down. I don't know how that happens, man, but it does. It's my fucked up brain. And, I know that there's some people out there that can relate, and it's only going to make you feel worse and worse and worse. But then you have that first drink and you're like, well, I'll worry about it tomorrow. That is the justification. It's not reasonable, but that's what the brain tells you sometimes. And I'm looking to have a healthier brain, a healthier mindset, and it starts today. So thanks for watching, guys. And I'll see you tomorrow. My mouth is still completely numb. I'm pretty surprised I've gotten through that without biting my lip at least, or biting my tongue, or maybe I have bitten it. No, not yet. All right, guys, that's enough from me, and see you tomorrow. 90 days. Fucking hell, we'll be halfway to Christmas.